I'm Bella from Bella and Crystals, and today we're going to find out, do crystals protect you from electromagnetic frequency? Not the kind that ghosts emit, but I suppose it wouldn't be bad if it protected you from that either. No, we are talking about the electromagnetic field, things that come from devices such as your cell phone, power lines. Let's talk about it. Do crystals really protect you from electromagnetic frequencies? Let's talk about it because I'm a skeptic and I'm a crystal lover. I hope I'm wrong, but I've seen enough of these experiments to think people are wrong and I'm right in this scenario. So we're going to find out. So what we'll be testing today is a pyrite specimen. And I also have some black tourmaline because those are the two minerals that are most often aligned with supposed EMF mitigation. And we're also going to go ahead and test shungite. That's another one that's really popular in supposed EMF mitigation. Now, what are EMFs? So if you're into ghost hunting, you might be wondering, did I just stumble onto a ghost hunting crystals video? No, you did not, friends. We're not talking about the ghost hunting usage of this device today. Today, we are talking about electromagnetic field, and we're talking about it more in terms of electronic devices. All right, so this is a very complex subject, and I am most certainly not an expert in this field. Based on my background, having a master's of science, I have a general understanding of research and scientific theory, but I am not an electrical engineer or anything like that. So I'm going to give you a very basic definition of what this is because it's highly misinterpreted by a lot of people. Some people cherry pick research studies, which I'm not a fan of cherry picking research studies. It's just confirmation bias. It drives me crazy to say that it's bad for you or it's good for you. The fact of the matter is we don't know if electromagnetic field being subject to that is harmful for us as humans long-term. We don't know. There's some data that suggests it might be, but there's some data that suggests it's not. And there's really just not enough to know. So we're really just, human guinea pigs at the moment. But let's get a little deeper. So EMFs can be classified into two different categories. There can be the low frequency and there can be the high frequency. The low frequency are from like your power lines, and the high frequency are from your electronic devices like your cell phones, okay? And your Wi-Fi routers, those kinds of wireless technology devices. Now, the whole health effects, like I said, it's still up for debate. I can't tell you yes or no. I've looked around for some research studies. There's really no big definitive statement. I'm just really impartial on this. I'm not yay, I'm not nay. Not what the video is about today. Anywho, but because of this possible risk, a lot of people want to do whatever they can to mitigate exposure just out of like a better safe than sorry. And I'm all about that. Like, why not be better safe than sorry? I try to make sure that my cell phone is a good distance away from my head while I sleep. Now, today I'm not testing any EMF blocking devices, but I am going to be testing the theory that these crystals, specifically pyrite, shungite, and black tourmaline, block and or absorb, those are two of the hypotheses, EMFs to prevent them from going from the device into you as a person, in that they act as some type of barrier. I've long had my doubts about this, but I didn't want to test it because, ignorance is bliss. And I wanted to believe that it worked. So I did it. We're going to do the testing. Now, of course, this is not a heavily scientific device. I have the link to the device below in my Amazon storefront if you want to check it out, do your own experiment. And please feel free to also comment if you have a higher level of expertise in this area and you think there's something that I am missing with the testing that I should add. I'm absolutely willing to retest or make some alterations to my process. All right, let's get into the testing. So we're going to set it, I know the beeping's annoying, about 3 inches from the computer here. And this is, mildly scientific. Now the ring light is here. The ring light emits a lot of EMF, so it's going to affect the numbers in the moment, but what we're really testing is reduction. So I'm going to start first with the pyrite sphere, and we're going to place it here, and we're going to see no difference. It's 89 without 82. Looks like we had an increase actually with the pyrite sphere. All right, so it's 80 before. We're gonna go ahead and add in the black tourmaline, see if there's any difference. 0, but it didn't increase it. So there's that, there's no increase. Okay, let's try, just for fun, a pyrite sun. It's a little flatter. Can kind of balance it. A slight increase. Yeah, we're seeing a slight increase with the pyrite sun. And for frame of reference, I'm using a MacBook Pro here. But let's try shungite, because shungite is the one where everyone says, like, shungite's the one that'll do it. It's got to be the shungite. I'm actually going to put it in a little stand. Yeah, we have an increase as well, not a decrease, but we can, and this is a wood stand, so that shouldn't affect anything, but for funsies, I will not touch it. Yeah, increase. Now what you will notice, watch, when I put my hand here, it's absorbing it. So a lot of times when you see these videos, people are holding the crystal. So it's going to give you the illusion, oh wow, look, it's working. But it's not working on its own. It's because of your hand is there. Okay, so just for frame of reference here, I'm going to turn off the beeping. The meter was approximately 3 inches from the front of my MacBook Pro where we were getting the reading. Now, the ring light is increasing the numbers at this moment. Normally, I can get a safe reading about 5 inches from my MacBook. Now, I wanted to show you this as well. The reason the meter was going off is because I had the ring light above it. The ring light emits a lot of EMFs and it really sets off the device. That's why when I'm not using my ring lights, just for safety, I unplug them and then they don't emit anything because they're not plugged into the circuit. But this is about 5 inches from my laptop. So you'll see that this is still considered a good safe range according to this meter. And that's why at night, just for safety, I keep my phone a little bit away from me. But you'll see it really doesn't have to be that far away to be in a safe range. So 6 to 10 feet away is probably a little excessive. You can see that we're approximately 5 inches from the front of my MacBook and I'm not getting a strong reading here. Unfortunately, friends, it is with sad news. I say it does not appear the crystals are doing anything to mitigate, absorb, or protect from EMFs from my laptop. That's the device that I tested because I was recording on my phone. So that was kind of a bummer. I was really hoping that they would work. And again, if y'all think there's something I could do or change in the experiment to be a little bit better or to get a better result, I would love to give it a try. But from what it looks like it doesn't work. Now, here is why I think in the videos, though, that people show why it does appear to work. And it's because of this. When you're holding it with your hand, just your hand alone will block. Based on the miniature experiment I have done, I feel confident saying that it doesn't appear that crystals have any protection for EMFs. Sorry. If you want to learn more about crystals, hit that like button and give me a follow. I am Bella from Bella Luna Crystals. Have a beautiful day.